Welcome back to the Daily Dose. My name is Taylor Osborn, one of the pastors here at the Faubrick campus. Have you ever had a terrible friend? I walked up to a girl in kindergarten. I asked her if she would be my best friend. She said yes. And in kindergarten, that meant that we sat next to each other in these carpet squares and we played on the playground. And every morning when we got there, our teacher would have us sit down and we would take roll. And if we were present, she would give us a single goldfish cracker, which, if you ask me, is a rare form of torture. Nobody eats a single goldfish cracker. So my friend and I devised this plan. She's going to distract the teacher one day, and I'm going to crawl under the teacher's desk, and I'm going to get a handful of these crackers for us to share. So we set the plan in motion. She's distracting the teacher. I start crawling. I get to the desk. Right about the time my tiny fist was in the goldfish carton, she says, "Taylor's stealing goldfish," and just points straight at me. I have no idea how it unfolded after that. I don't remember the conversation that I had with the teacher. I don't remember what my parents did about it. But I remember vividly how I felt in that moment when I got caught. And at 5 years old, I learned a very valuable lesson, that the risk is not always worth the reward. Psalm 51 says this, verse 3 through 10, "For I know my transgressions and my sin is always before me. Against you, you only have I sinned and done what is evil in your sight. So you are right in your verdict and justified when you judge. Surely I was sinful at birth, sinful from the time my mother conceived me. Yet you desired faithfulness even in the womb. You taught me wisdom in that secret place. Cleanse me with hyssop and I will be clean. Wash me and I will be whiter than snow. Let me hear joy and gladness. Let your bones have crushed rejoice. Hide your face from my sins and blot out all iniquity. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me." We are sinful at birth. Even children lie and cheat and scheme in all of their innocence because of their ignorance. Because it's one thing to know the truth. It's another to pursue it. And because our sinful nature is with us all along, we struggle to realize the trap and the ruin that lies cause in our life. Because living a life of integrity isn't something you're born with. You can't be credited with integrity as a personality trait. It's a decision that you make every day and several times a day. And integrity is not a lifestyle that we can do on our own. It requires wisdom and accountability and an open line of communication with you and God the Father that says, "I will fall short, but by the power of your Holy Spirit, I can live my life in a way that exemplifies you, and it makes me proud to represent and claim the family name." It's a prayer in Psalms that says, "Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me." Because when we come to Christ, we receive a guide in the form of the Holy Spirit. But the purpose of a guide is only meaningful to somebody who wants to be guided. The scriptures refer to the Holy Spirit as a counselor, an intercessor, a helper, and the Spirit of truth. And yet we exchange that closeness with Christ and the ability for the Spirit of truth to move in our lives for this plastic version of fulfillment and instant gratification. There is no generic brand of truth, and yet we try to cheapen it all the time. Might we be a church who draws near to the Spirit of truth and relies on its wisdom and its guidance, regardless of our opinion and our desires and our understanding, because we know what truth is, and his name is Jesus. Might we both seek to know the truth and to pursue it. Have a great day, Daily Dosers.